The second law that governs creation is the law of the will of God. The wisdom of God is the how of God, but the will of God is the what of God. You know, Jesus revealed to us the meaning of worship. You know, in the realms of heaven, Lucifer did not read the lexicon of God properly. He thought worship was a good song. And because he could sing, he called himself a worshiper. When Jesus came, Jesus redefined worship. That worship is not a song. Worship is the ability to stay in the center of God's will. So the loudest, the best worship that God has ever heard was in Gethsemane. There was no microphone there. He said, the flesh is weak, but the spirit is willing. He said, Father, if it were possible, take this cup from me. Nevertheless, not my will, but thine. That's the summary of worship. The summary of worship is the ability to discern the will of God and to stay there. The reason is because the will of God is what holds creation together. If the will of God is withdrawn from creation, creation will collapse. Creation will lose essence. Creation will no longer be viable in the hand of God. And God will no longer have need for creation. That is why he said at the end of time, when the will of God is accomplished, he said the elements of this world will melt. Because I'm not interested in the buildings. The buildings will be relevant to the degree that they satisfy my will. But when my will is accomplished in time, I will cause the entire universe to melt. And in the realm of God, there is no depletion of value. His name is called El Shaddai. So he has more than enough. So even if the earth melts, they say a new Jerusalem will appear from heaven. The same way Eden descended from heaven, that's how the new earth will descend. There is no scarcity in that realm. So when my will is no longer there, even if the place is beautiful, it will melt. And so when creation discerned that the second law that governs the existence of creation is the law of the will of God, everybody will not say he is living or is alive until he has found the will of God for his life. And the will of God is not a one-time or a one-moment reality. Every aspect of your life, there is a will of God that must be found. This is what makes journeying in life a patient walk. Because many times you can run, but the will of God may not yet have been isolated. That you got married does not make it a testimony. What makes it a testimony is whether that marriage is the will of God. So you don't get married because you are 30. Don't get married because you are 35. You get married because now you have seen the will of God and you know it. The moment you isolate the will of God,